Hello and welcome to the morning sports briefing here on Monday, the 1st of February, and happy Auckland anniversary day to everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. In the news this morning, we'll have up to speed with the Super Smash action from yesterday. In basketball, we've got NBA action and also news about the Breakers after their health scare in the NBL. The A-League continued with the Phoenix playing yesterday, and also the ISPS Handa Men's Premiership also had games yesterday. Also there's the PGA Tour is in action, and so I'll bring up to speed with that tournament as well. Hi, I'm Paul, and I'll be your host this morning. And this is your best way to start the day, up to speed with all of the important sports news. Now, yesterday we mentioned the X Games. I was talking about the that hopefully would have results for you about the snowboard big air, women's snowboard big air, but I can't find the results. We'll keep looking. Hopefully, that's got postponed, and we'll have the results for you tomorrow. Moving on then to the golf, and in the PGA Tour, it's the Farmers Insurance Open, and they've completed the third round in that one. Reed and Ortiz are at the top of the table, both on 10 under. Unfortunately, Reed was involved in some controversy where he moved his ball before asking the shot official whether it was embedded or not. And this caused a bit of uproar on the old social media, as things do. But the shot official said, yep, he could drop the ball. So that was all okay in that one. From a Kiwi point of view, we have a couple of Kiwis in action in that one. First off, Danny Lee is back in tied 56th at 2 over par. And Tim Wilkinson is in tied 78th at 7 over par as well. So they're both in action there, well off the lead, but hopefully they have a good final round to the tournament. Over in the A-League, and we had 2 games yesterday. Melbourne City lost to Perth Glory 3-1. But more importantly, the Wellington Phoenix beat the Central Coast Mariners 2-1 for their first victory of the season. Considering Central Coast Mariners are up there in second place, this is a good victory for the Phoenix. They took an early lead after 15 minutes through their captain, Davila, but that was cancelled out just before half time by Central Coast Mariners, Alu Kulu. But Joshua Sotiro, who had been dropped to the bench after his previous performances, came off the bench to win, to score the winner on 88 minutes. Chip over the top, which he then used his pace to reach, or Alex Ruffus chipped over the top. Sotiro used his pace to reach it and then played the shot round the keeper to win the game. So a wonderful win for the Phoenix, and just in time for our new show. The Knicks newsletter will be coming to you on Friday evening at 8:30 p.m. Our A-League / Phoenix football show. So do put that in your diary for Friday evening 8:30. In the ISPS Handa Men's Premiership, that one, we had 3 games yesterday. Hamilton Wanderers and Canterbury United fought out a 1-1 draw. Hawke's Bay United were downed by Auckland City 4-0. And then Eastern Suburbs beat Wellington Phoenix 8-0 in that one. That sees Auckland City go back top of the table, ahead of Team Wellington and Eastern Suburbs. Wellington Phoenix down in bottom place after that big loss there in that one. Moving on to the NBL, and the New Zealand Breakers had some players who were feeling unwell, and so therefore they could not travel. All of their COVID tests have come back negative, thankfully, and so the team is able to restart training. Due to the lockdown in Perth, though, they're not sure the game was. They're not able to play their game, so it looks like their next game will be against the Cairns Taipans on Monday, February the 8th, unless there are unless one of their postponed games gets scheduled in the meantime. In action on the courts, though, there was one game yesterday with Melbourne United against Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, and Melbourne United won that one 96-90. Really taking the lead just before or in the second quarter, and then holding on through till the end. For Melbourne United, they were led by Jack White with 22 points. On the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix side, Kiefer Sykes, 24 points weren't enough to see the team get the win. Over in the NBA, and there were 8 games yesterday, including upsets with the Hornets beating the Bucks. The Lakers got a good win over got a tight win over the Celtics, 96-95. And the Warriors beat the Pistons 118-91. But the game that all of Kiwi's eyes would have been on would have been the Pelicans versus the Rockets, where unfortunately Steve Adams' side were down 112-128. The Pelicans made a good start, leading the first quarter by 8 points, but the Houston Rockets came back in the second quarter to win that one 48-22, really dominated that one, and then just held on to the lead from there. Stephen Adams got 2 rebounds and 4 points. Not a great game statistics for him, with Zion Williamson leading the way for the Pelicans with 26 points. For the Rockets, Christian Wood was 27 points, led his team to victory in that one. That means looking at the tables now, the 76ers, top of the Eastern Conference, ahead of the Nets and Bucks. Over on the Western side, that win by the Lakers sees them in third with the Clippers and the Jazz ahead of them. The Jazz up there in first place, but all on 15 wins. It's just the number of losses that's altering that one. So very, very tight in the Western Conference at the top there, Jazz, Clippers, and Lakers. Moving on then to the cricket. And we had 2 games in the Super Smash yesterday with the Wellington, between Wellington and I've gone blank. So first off, it was Wellington Blaze against the Central Hinds. So yeah, Wellington versus Central Districts. Sophie Devine again fired at the top of the order with 88 off 58 balls to lead her side to a total of 162 off 20 overs. That proved to be too big an ask for the Central Hinds to chase down. Dodd was not out on a 61 off 55 balls, and whilst Rowe was there with her on 39 for 38, there was they were looking at they were chasing it down but not going fast enough, unfortunately, and they reached 125 off their 20 overs. So the Blaze won that one by 37 runs in that one, followed by the Stags versus the Firebirds. The Stags went in to bat first and scored 164 off their 20 overs. They really were saved by Bracewell at the end of the innings with 53 off just 27 balls. They lost too many wickets higher up, really, the order to make that, and meant that they struggled for their chase, or struggled to accelerate into that one. The Wellington Firebirds then chased that one down relatively comfortably. Allen got them off to a very good start with 66 of just 27 balls, 9 fours and three sixes involved there. Conway then stuck around to score 69 not out of 50 balls to see them home with 170 for just loss of just 2 wickets off 16.2 overs. They had just over 3 overs left to spare. So a comfortable win there for the Wellington Firebirds. What does that mean now then? That means that the Blaze go back top of the women's table ahead of the Canterbury Magicians with just 1 round left to go in the competition. The Auckland Hearts are now 10 points ahead of the Northern Spirit, which means those top 3 will be the 3 in the finals then. So Wellington Blaze, Canterbury Magicians and Auckland Hearts. The Northern Spirit, yes, too much ground to make up. Central Hinds now just ahead of the Otago Sparks at the bottom of the table. Over on the men's side of things, the Wellington Firebirds cement their place at the top with 32 points. They are 8 points ahead of Canterbury Kings and cannot be caught. So home advantage for them in the finals. The Central Stags are in third on 20 points, just 4 points ahead of the Northern Knights, but with a better run rate, a net run rate. So it looks like they will probably make it, but the Northern Knights do have the opportunity to catch them. And depending on the final round results, they may be able to sneak into the finals. The Volts and the Aces round out the bottom of the table there. Today in the Super Smash, we have the Auckland Aces versus the Otago Volts starting at 11:40 this morning, and the Auckland Hearts playing the Otago Sparks at 3:30 p.m. up in Auckland at the Eden Park Outer Oval. I will be there for those games, so hopefully I'll be able to get some post-match interviews for you and provide some coverage of that game. So do keep an eye out on the New Zealand Sports Radio Facebook page and also at Driving Maul on Twitter. Don't forget, you can also listen to this show as a podcast on the go. You just search for New Zealand Sports Radio on your favorite podcatcher, be that Apple iTunes, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, etc. On there. You have now started the day the best way up to speed with all the important sports news. Have a wonderful Monday and a start to February, folks. And don't forget, this evening we'll have Swinging from the Hip, your weekly cricket fix at 8 p.m.